beautiful game of football has been played for well over 100 years. During this period, individual players and football clubs have set some remarkable records. And while many of these records are smashed pretty much every other season, there are some that are just simply unbreakable. One of such records is the 1,281 career goals scored by one of the greatest footballers of all time, Pelé. This man, who was more than a nightmare for even the world's best defenders, was banging in the goals for fun. His speed, awareness, dribbling ability, and quick feet allowed him to place the ball in the back of the net at practically every attempt. As a defender, you'd be doing yourself and your team a great injustice by taking your eyes off Pelé for as little as half a second, because before you know it, the whole stadium would be screaming, "Goal!" Ironically, Pelé only played for two professional clubs, Santos FC in the Brazilian League and the New York Cosmos in the MLS. That aside, he was a key figure in the golden era of Brazilian football, as he represented the South American side in as many as 4 World Cups. Impressive, right? But not nearly half as impressive as winning 3 of them. Yes, Pelé's superb goal-scoring form helped his country win the 1958, 1962 and 1970 World Cups, making him the player with the most wins in the history of the competition. So why is Pelé's 1,281 goal tally so impossible to break? The answer is simple. The two players who have come the closest to his record are Cristiano Ronaldo with 850 goals and Lionel Messi with 819 goals. But guess what? They are both coming to the end of their respective careers, and they are about 400 goals behind. Another jaw-dropping football record that can't be broken anytime soon is AC Milan's 58-game unbeaten streak. Newbies may not know this, but the team from the red and black side of Milan ran through the league from May 1991 to March 1993 without tasting defeat. Even their fiercest rivals, Inter Milan, couldn't do jack about it. AC Milan's immortal run included as many as 42 wins and 16 draws, and judging by the toughness of the game today, you'd be hard-pressed to find a team that can go just a single season without having 3 points taken from them. Arsenal made a valiant attempt when they went 49 games unbeaten, but that was in 2004, and no club in the world has come close since then. It's safe to say this record will still be intact, even after we leave this world. Speaking of long unbeaten runs, goalkeepers play a huge role in achieving such a feat. I mean, conceding goals puts a team at risk of losing a match, right? Well, the legendary Dutch goalkeeper Edwin van der Sar did his best to help Manchester United give the long unbeaten run a shot. And he did this by going a full 1,311 minutes without conceding a goal. This isn't just a Premier League record, it's also a world record. And with the way strikers are evolving into superhuman scoring machines, it'll take a miracle for any goalkeeper to hold out for that long. Van der Sar set this unbreakable record during the 2008-2009 season while playing for United, and this stretch went as far as 14 straight matches. No keeper in the world has been able to replicate Van der Sar's heroic till date, and I doubt any keeper will. Moving on, and another football record that seems impossible to break is Lionel Messi's 91 goals in a calendar year. Now, Messi is one player that has set and smashed many records throughout his career, but this one is simply out of this world. The year was 2012, and the Argentine genius was unstoppable. Goal after goal, and before you knew it, he not only tied Gerd Muller's 40-year-old record of 85 goals in a calendar year, he added a little spice to it by scoring an extra 6 goals. Messi's 91 goals included 12 for his national team and a whopping 79 for Barcelona. Truth be told, the only player in Messi's era that could have challenged this record is Cristiano Ronaldo, but his numbers are still far off. Even the best strikers today, such as Erling Haaland and Robert Lewandowski, can only dream of turning in such a goal tally. Speaking of goal tallies, any striker thinking of matching just Fontaine's 13 goals in a single World Cup should forget about it. Fontaine was one of the best strikers in his era, and he played for the French national team between 1953 and 1960. But his moment of immortality came in the 1958 World Cup when he scored 13 goals all by himself. 4 in his debut against Paraguay, 3 against Yugoslavia, 2 against Scotland, 1 against Northern Ireland, and 3 more against West Germany. And the rest is history. But before you pick your jaw up from the ground, did I mention that he also holds the record for the most World Cup goals scored per game with an average of 1.625? Even the great Pelé, who had the chance to play in 4 World Cups, wasn't able to match Fontaine's number per tournament. Amazing. Now, if we're going to talk about football records that can't be broken, there's no way on earth we'd ignore Lionel Messi's historic 7 Ballon d'Or wins. He didn't need a lifetime to win them either, as he gathered them all within the first 13 years of his professional career. As we all know, the Ballon d'Or is the most prestigious individual award in football, and with so many exceptional players out there, winning just one is a great achievement in itself. You can ask the likes of Wesley Sneijder, Thierry Henry, Frank Lampard and Robert Lewandowski how painful it is to narrowly miss out on the award, even after playing their hearts out for an entire season. Even Cristiano Ronaldo, who is one of the greatest players ever, has only managed to win 5. But what makes Messi's 7 Ballon d'Or record more special is that even when he didn't win it, he finished up as runner-up 5 times. We're now in 2023, and with Messi having led Argentina to a World Cup win in 2022 and his remarkable form with Inter Miami this season, he's on the brink of winning his 8th Ballon d'Or. If he manages to achieve this, then his Ballon d'Or record will be impossible to match. Now they say impossible is nothing, but certainly not when it comes to Brian Clough's 2 European Cup wins with Nottingham Forest. Of course, Clough isn't the biggest or most popular coach in the world, but his record with the English side can never be forgotten. Neither can it be broken. Surely, Nottingham Forest isn't nearly as big as the likes of Real Madrid, Bayern Munich or AC Milan, so for Clough to lead them to 2 straight European titles in 1979 and 1980 respectively is a great achievement. Not even the great coaches of today can achieve this feat with such a small club. You could dare Pep Guardiola, Jose Mourinho, Alex Ferguson and Carlo Ancelotti all you want, but I'm sure they'd rather take their chances with only the big clubs in Europe. What makes Clough's record so remarkable is that Forest had never won a European title before he came. Fast forward to 2023 and they still haven't won it decades after. No big money, no name players, no problem. Clough did the impossible feat with Forest, and this is one record no coach can break in the modern football era. Rounding up our list of biggest football records that will never be broken is the one Kylian Mbappe set in the French Ligue 1 by becoming the youngest player in the league's history to reach 100 goals. Just watch the way he plays and you'd be terrified by his speed and shooting accuracy, which are both traits that helped him set this unbreakable record. He was just 22 years and 357 days old when he scored a brace in PSG's 2-0 win over his former side Monaco, and that set him on the throne of immortality in France's top flight. Even older, more experienced strikers in the league have struggled to hit the 50-goal mark, let alone 100. But that's not where it stops for the young French legend, because at 19 years old at the time, he became one of the youngest players to win the FIFA World Cup. Speaking of which, he's the youngest player to score a hat-trick in a World Cup final. Mbappe is now 24 years old, and he was quite unlucky not to win a second World Cup in 2022, as his French side lost narrowly on penalties to Messi's Argentina. Now that achievement would have surely been impossible for any young player to outdo, but do you think these records are really impossible to break? Be sure to share your thoughts in the comment section below. And if you enjoyed watching this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. See you in the next one.